It is a dark and painful Monday morning in Kaduna State. The kind of morning where the sun rises but hope does not. Across small villages and quiet homes, tears are flowing freely. Not because of poverty alone, not because of hunger alone, but because faith itself was attacked. There is an old saying that a house divided against itself cannot stand. But today, Nigerians are being forced to ask a far more disturbing question. What happens when the house is not divided but deliberately burned while the people inside are praying? This is not a rumor. This is not social media exaggeration. This is breaking, verified, and deeply troubling. Welcome to Naija Media Connect. My heart is heavy as I bring you this report. We are receiving confirmed accounts that in the early hours of Sunday, armed bandits launched a coordinated assault on Christian worshippers in Kajuru local government area of Kaduna State, abducting over 100 people in the middle of church services. Men, women, children, entire families, taken not from the road, not from farms, but from the house of worship. If you are tired of waking up to news like this, if you believe Nigeria must do better, please like this video right now. Your engagement helps push this story beyond silence and into national attention. According to multiple local sources and eyewitness accounts, the attack took place in the Kurumin-Wali axis of Kajuru, a region that has become tragically familiar with violence. It was a Sunday. Church bells had rung. Hymns were being sung. Families were seated together praying for peace, for protection, for a better Nigeria. That was when it began. Not one church, not two, but several churches attacked at the same time. Armed men, heavily armed, surrounded these worship centers almost simultaneously. This detail is crucial because it tells us something terrifying. This was planned. This was coordinated. This was intentional. Witnesses say gunshots were fired into the air, sending panic through congregations. People ran, only to realize exits had already been blocked. Within minutes, the churches turned from places of refuge into traps. A source who spoke to reporters and who has family members among the abducted described the scene as something no Nigerian should ever experience. The attackers were not asking for offerings. They were not demanding donations. They came for people. Men were dragged from pews. Women were pulled by the arms. Children screamed as parents tried desperately to hold on. The choir stopped singing mid-song. Imagine that moment. 1 second, voices lifted in worship. The next, boots kicking down doors and rifles pointing at unarmed civilians. Parents tried to shield their children. Elderly worshippers struggled to stand. There was confusion. There was terror. There was helplessness. After gathering their captives, the attackers forced them out of the churches and into surrounding bush paths. Over 100 worshippers were taken, some barefoot, some without food, some without water. Sources say about 10 individuals, mostly the elderly or those unable to walk long distances, were later released. This is a known tactic. Attackers abandon those who might slow them down so they can disappear quickly into the forest before security forces respond. As of this moment, over 100 Nigerians are believed to be deep inside forest territory, facing an uncertain and frightening fate. What happened in Kurumin-Wali did not occur in a vacuum. Southern Kaduna has been bleeding quietly for years. Just weeks earlier, another attack shook nearby communities. In the Kachia axis, armed attackers stormed a residential area late at night, killing members of a single family in their sleep. A husband, a wife, their child, a relative. Their crime? Living peacefully in their own home. This attack reportedly occurred close to a federal institution, a place that should symbolize safety and authority. Yet the attackers came and left without resistance. If a family can be killed near a federal facility, Nigerians must ask, who is truly safe? Residents of Kajuru, Kachia, and surrounding communities describe life today as living under siege. Farmers are afraid to go to their fields. Churches fear Sunday services. Parents fear sending children to school. Despite the presence of military formations and police commands in Kaduna State, attacks continue and in many cases escalate. Community members say it feels as though the attackers operate with confidence, even boldness. Some residents believe Sundays are deliberately chosen because they know worshippers gather in large numbers, unarmed and unsuspecting. If that is true, then this is not just criminality, it is targeted terror. For every person taken, there is a family left behind. A mother waiting for her son, a wife waiting for her husband, children waiting for parents who may never return the same, if at all. Now comes the fear Nigerians know too well, the ransom call. But here is the cruel reality. These communities are not wealthy. They are farmers, traders, laborers. There are no vaults of cash, no emergency millions. Kidnapping does not only steal people, it destroys entire communities economically and psychologically. Children drop out of school, farms are abandoned, villages empty. If this story angers you, if it breaks your heart, please comment, like, and share this video now. Your engagement helps Naija Media Connect push this report where it cannot be ignored. Authorities have reportedly been notified, but Nigerians are asking the same painful questions. Where was the early warning? Why were multiple churches attacked without interception? Why are non-forest routes still operational? The terrain in Kajuru is not new. The routes used by attackers are not a mystery. So, Nigerians are left asking, is this a failure of capacity or a failure of will? Let's ask the hard questions honestly. When over 100 people can be taken from churches in 2026, has the government lost control of parts of the Northwest? Should communities be allowed to defend themselves? What happens when citizens feel abandoned? These are uncomfortable questions, but avoiding them will not make the problem disappear. This attack strikes at something deeper than security. It attacks freedom of worship, the right to pray without fear, the right to gather peacefully. When worshippers are abducted during service, the message sent is chilling. No place is sacred. And when no place is sacred, fear becomes the weapon. As we pray for the safe return of the abducted, we must also remember those who did not survive previous attacks. They were not statistics. They were people with names, families, dreams. Nigeria must not become numb, because numbness is how injustice survives. Help us push this story further. Like this video, subscribe to Naija Media Connect, and turn on notifications. Your engagement helps bring this news to more Nigerians and to those in power. What happened in Kajuru is not just Kaduna's problem, it is Nigeria's problem. Silence will not save us. Ignoring it will not stop it. At Naija Media Connect, we will continue to track this story, update you on rescue efforts, and hold leaders accountable. Stay alert, stay informed, and please keep Kaduna in your prayers.